Welcome to Vlogmas. This is my first video of the season. I filmed this on a quiet day, just me decorating the space with things I already had or were gifted. I've been thinking a lot about what makes something feel like Christmas. Right now I'm actually looking outside and I'm watching the snowfall in the Midwest, and it's not necessarily something I'd see in Southern California or spend close to an hour shoveling that snow, but it was so beautiful. And as I've been thinking, it's really not the decorations that make Christmas. This is my first time properly decorating my apartment, and even then, it's a lot of decorations that were just gifted to me, and the only thing that I bought this Christmas was this small Christmas tree. The tiny baby one that I had, I actually kept in my room, but that was also gifted. I grew up making a lot of my decorations and making a lot of my gifts. When I look at my Christmas tree at home, half of it is my brother's decorations and half of them are mine that we put up on the tree, either from class or from hanging out with friends. And I find it to be such a personal and special tree every single time we decorate it, because it's our creation. A lot, like majority of the ornaments that we have are handmade or handcrafted or hand decorated from as young as when we were like 1 or 2, and it's just like our fingerprints, to a couple years ago when we were in school making stuff with friends. And I have realized that it really isn't the aesthetic or the decorations or like all of the hoorah that really makes Christmas special. I think it does bring us into the mood sometimes, especially if you have like music and certain smells and the decorating and all the traditions. But I really value the time spent with people and the connections, because I think that's what I bring across each Christmas, or what makes each Christmas unique. I'll think of a time where I spent with specific family, and looking back at that moment and how everyone's growing up now, it just holds such a special bond and memory that I think everything else feels like an ornament or an accessory. So like the music, the sounds, and all the laughter and everything feels like an accessory to all of these beautiful moments that we get to share during the holidays. I remember the very first Christmas tree that my family had, and this was even before my brother was born, and it was very much a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. It was very much a scrappy, maybe 3-foot tree, and I think me at that time, maybe it was even 2 feet, but being the same height as the tree, I think was so perfect for when I was little. I could touch the top of it. I felt connected to the tree because it was my height. And I think that was just so magical, because growing up watching Charlie Brown and the Christmas special, and having a tree that, the symbolism meant more than the actual height of the tree was so special to me. And since then, we've had another tree, and the box is falling apart. A couple days ago, I just put duct tape on the box to hold it back together. But again, it's all the special memories and the moments that these items hold. That's the reason why we keep cherishing it. I think the very first big present that I remember from when I was little was getting a leapfrog. I think it was like a leapfrog or a leap pad, but it was kind of like the pre-DS for like little kids, where you could play educational games, and like you could buy the additional like discs or packs that had like little game things, and you would like insert it into the leap pad. And my brother and I were just so ecstatic. He had a green one, I had a pink one, and this was like what we got before the DS. This was our version of the iPad as a little kid, and we would just take it everywhere, and it was very educational. So we were constantly just like learning math, or like learning how to take care of our little leapfrog pets and everything like that, and it was just so sweet. Then our gifts transitioned into DSs, and my brother would learn Chinese on his and I would learn French on mine, and then we would play like Mario Kart and things like that, and we would do PictoChat. PictoChat was so fun because you could play it on the bus with your friends, and I would be playing PictoChat and we'd be drawing like the most silly things, and I'm not even the best drawer on the planet, so honestly I can imagine people did not know what I was drawing, but it was such a great time. Then one year my brother got a Wii. He's super into video games, and so this Wii was really important. He got a Wii, started playing Mario Kart together. I became an excellent Mario Kart player. I need to try it again because I have to see if I can keep those skills up, but I remember getting Just Dance for the first time and feeling like this is it. I got Just Dance 2, and I, for several years after that, would just play Just Dance almost every single day to the point where I was memorizing dances. Toxic, I have that dance down. And that was just so incredible because I think I had a lot of friends that danced when I was younger and I wasn't much of a dancer, and Just Dance kind of gave me the foundation to at least be able to follow other people's moves. And so Just Dance has a special place in my heart. So when it came to Christmas time and on Christmas Day, there would always be, the remnants of Santa to show that Santa was there. And so we would always make cookies, like shortbread, really buttery, flaky, like cookies. I mean this in like the best way. It tasted really, really good, but think of like a buttery cookie, and we would put them under the fireplace and we would make sure the fireplace is turned off, and then we would come back to see that half of the cookies were eaten, and then there'd be one bite and one cookie to show that Santa was there. And that was really sweet until one year the fireplace was on when we woke up, and we were like, how is that possible that the fireplace is on? How did Santa get his cookies? It was explained that it was turned off and then turned back on. Eventually we switched to Oreo cookies, and there would always be a little glass of milk that Santa could have as well. But even up until this day, Oreo cookies are put there for Santa, and half of them disappear. I always loved doing Secret Santa and creating gifts and buying gifts for people that would be surprises. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it feels a lot more stressful because I feel like there are a lot more expectations, where in the past, especially as a child, you would just kind of throw it out there and be like, I think this person would like this because I like this, and they would just appreciate the gift as it is. And I do think that there is a great appreciation now as well, but back then it just felt a little bit easier. It's like, yeah, I like this silly bands, so I'm going to get my friends silly bands, and the kids are going to fight over them. And they did. Secret Santa was just such a great way to get to see because I really do think like back in the day you were buying stuff based off of what you liked, and so it was just a good opportunity to see what all of your friends like. Going back to always making gifts, there was a year that I made keychains for people, and so what you could do is you could get this shrinkable plastic, and you could like write on it, decorate it with like Sharpie type material, and then you'd put it in the oven and it would harden, and you could use that as like a keychain. And so I have about 50 keychains still in my house that I never actually gifted to people. And the reason why I never gifted it to them was because they didn't turn out the way that I wanted to. They kind of were a little lopsided, inconsistent, but at the end of the day, each one was personally specialized towards those people, and it was all for my choir. And at the time, I had made all of them, I had wrapped all of them, but something in me just decided not to give it to them. And I still think about it today because I'm like, I don't know whether other people have received a gift that personalized and specialized to them, like individually writing out their names for them. And again, it's really not that serious. It is just melted plastic in an oven. But I still think about the fact that gifts are not necessarily something, like their monetary value is not necessarily what creates their value. It's the purpose behind it and the intention behind it. So maybe one day, maybe one day in the future, I will give all of those people and I'll send it to them in the mail. They're individualized keychains, but until then, they just sit in my room. In my West African culture, I feel like there's a lot more community and giving that feels natural and almost like second nature. A lot of times when I'm within a West African community, I don't even think before it's like, oh, someone needs something, then you give it, you offer it, especially if you can and you're willing and you're able to. But then when that translates into Western culture, I have the natural desire to just give when I can, and it's like very easy and I don't even think about it. And so there have been a lot of times where I will have gifts for people that I've created or I've bought or I've have for them, and then I sit and I'm like, wait, I don't really even know this person too well, but I just thought about them and I still wanted to give them a gift. And sometimes I have given them the gift, and then sometimes I haven't. But it's just this interesting push and pull that I have between cultures where, to be quite honest, in the West African culture, it'd be like, oh yeah, thank you for this, like I appreciate it. But in Western culture today, or even in the past few years, the whole concept of being cringy or trying too hard, it does come across as a little bit on the stranger side, or just a little bit more obscure to what people are used to. That being said, what do I do about it? Is that something that I push past? I think in my grown age now, I definitely would, but in the past it was something that has hindered me a lot from giving people just gifts that because I thought of them. Several years ago, I was in A Christmas Story, and it was a musical theater production locally that we had, and I think we started rehearsals in October or end of September, so almost every single day felt like Christmas for several months, and it was the most incredible thing. That was the first time that I ever got a pea coat. I made such incredible friends. I think we did a Secret Santa at one point, and the person who gave me my gift gave me the infamous leg from the movie, and it was an ornament. So every single year when I put it up, I take the leg and I put it into one of the tree lights so that it glows like the leg, and I keep saying leg, the leg lamp from the movie. But every single time I put the ornament into one of the lights and it glows like the leg lamp from the movie. I grew up doing a lot of theater and performances and dancing when I got older, and it was so fun to be in show choir and have rehearsals like right after finals finished. I know there were so many people who wanted to go home, but honestly that felt like Christmas to me, getting to spend extra long hours with other people, just bonding, getting our show together, and just really getting to cement just like positive dedication. I think everyone was so dedicated and everyone was so willing to learn, and we would get like food and we would play games and we would hang out and we would also learn and we would grow together, and those experiences are like moments that I will hold and memories that I will hold for a lifetime. It was truly so special because the school, everyone had left the school, but we were still there working so hard, and we created just such amazing moments, amazing times, amazing art, honestly, together. And so every single year when I think, oh my gosh, like back in the day I would be rehearsing right now, it would always put a smile on my face, because I just love being in a room where everyone is just contributing toward a common goal, and when that goal is art, it's absolutely magical. Back in the day, my various choirs would also perform at this event where people would create trees and they would be auctioned off for donations, and we would sing and we would dance, and then there would be a little train that would go around. There would be a crafts corner where the kids could play, and then infamously every single year they would have such a long line for the gingerbread cookies, and those cookies were like huge, and sometimes you could personally decorate them, and it was just such a lovely experience. I think about it every single year. Once COVID happened, it kind of went away, and it hurts my heart to this day, because it was once a place of magic and trees and lights and everything, and then it became a vaccination center. And now I'm not entirely sure what the building is used for. I know that it changes throughout the years, but I think the magic still lingers from when it was just filled with the voices of little children singing and playing and having a good time, and then all the donations of the trees. Like, if you ever wanted to get inspiration for trees, you would just go to that place because they had the most fantastic trees. Some had themes, some didn't, but it was honestly such a joy. So when it came to Christmas foods and Christmas desserts, I think I have two that are kind of a little off-brand in terms of what people traditionally think of Christmas desserts. I am absolutely in love with Christmas bark, peppermint bark. I think I had it for the first time in school one day when we were watching like a movie during class, and one of my friends had brought in peppermint bark, and it has truly changed my life. I come to all my Christmas parties with peppermint bark now because I love the refreshing taste of peppermint and then chocolate, and it's just it's so delicious. In addition, going back to show choir, someone at one point had a parent who brought in Muddy Buddies. They have several different names, but I call them Muddy Buddies, or Puppy Chow, actually. And they brought in a whole, like, I want to say almost trash bag size of Puppy Chow. And when I tell you, if someone had left me in that room for that weekend, I would have finished all the Puppy Chow. I am obsessed and in love with Puppy Chow. I don't know, maybe it's the powder or the little chocolate that you get each bite, but Puppy Chow is an absolute favorite of mine, and I haven't had any yet, but I haven't had any yet this year. And maybe that's a good thing, but it's always in my heart. It always reminds me of that 1 or 2 episodes of Victorious where Kat is obsessed with Bibble, which I think is like the equivalent of like your gourmet caramel popcorn type situation, but that's how I am with Muddy Buddies. Like, at some point someone had to be taking the Puppy Chow away from me because it was just too much. The holidays are such a wonderful time of the year. I know that each year can feel a little bit different, especially with changes in life and the beautiful madness that is our world. And I hope that regardless of how you do or don't get to celebrate this year, that your December is gentle and that it's cozy and that you can smile. I'm so grateful that you were here to listen to some of my Christmas stories, and I hope that this year you get to make some of your own as well. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.